Alright, today we're having a look at It's Magic by Geet R. Alright, so here we are in It's Magic by Geet R, and sorry about the voice, it is early in the morning. It's an LBP2 slice of hopeful goodness. I've only played one of Geet R's levels, but it was kind of fun. It's got a presentation style right now that seems very familiar of the time. Kind of got this blocky shaping that I really liked. Please don't do this. Why don't okay, I love the fireflies. I mean, I don't know if that's what they are, but the little magical buddies, love them. They're great. I am not good with springs. And please. I only have so much time in the mornings. Can I just, like, oh God. Oh, I am so sorry. Even the fireflies are unhappy. Look, fireflies, I'm unhappy too. Oh, I hate this. Thank you. Oh, gosh. What a bummer. Okay, I'm not gonna hold that against the level too much. I'm gonna hold that against my gameplay. Because I do like the way the level looks, and I like this really, like, I know this... Ooh. I know this track, and I like this track. Everything is smoky. Everything is dark. Why? Why is everything getting darker? Please. Please, what? What is even happening? Okay, I need fireflies to actually see what I'm doing because the level is darkening. Oh. Yes, okay, Floaty Weezerhead. That's... No, I don't care. I mean, I do care, but we'll talk about this later. Are you done? Because I need to make this jump. Thank you. Oh, for fudge. Stop it! Please, giant floating Weezerhead. I don't care. I mean, I do care, but not now. I don't have the time to care. Okay. Bisco, chill. First off, chill. Second off, chill. Could you come back? Why? I do not seem to understand physics this morning, and that's okay, because what has physics done for any of us? I actually kind of like this. I wish the music would come back. Thank you. Good. Music. What a... You know, sometimes it's the act of presentation that makes levels different. And this is definitely... It's being different for me, this experience. I enjoy it. This is good. Actually, I really like the aesthetic. Aside from some of those gameplay choices, and really, they weren't bad gameplay choices. They're just bad fits for me. Oh, crumbs! Well, oh, double crumbs. Well, that's perfect. We're gonna talk about this back the hub. What a thing. But we'll see you there. See yas! And we're back, and It's Magic by Geet R, and I'd say this was actually like a bit of a tough one, but I would say ultimately that I felt it was an orange diamond, a stronger orange diamond looking purely from like level design and construction, but still at the end of the day an orange diamond nonetheless. Now, to focus on, as we try to do, is we focus on the positive things, and like I feel like this level is a really good example of a particular style of LBP2 era creation where you've got things that are both, they're rounded but also angular, and they're building an environment that's very much a platforming environment and not necessarily a place, or if it is a place, then it's a very abstracted version of that place. It's very kind of goofy and cartoony. We see an example of that version with Potato Bluffs by Footless Yeti, which is a really great example of kind of what I'm talking about as far as aesthetic, but in this one it's just more of like, this is a pure platforming environment that doesn't seem to be trying to evoke a particular, like, real physical environment, and I like that. Like, I really do like that. I like that it's really crafted up with a lot of stickers, although when you move through the level link to get to the second half of the level, and it's actually called out that the creator, Geet, has used fewer stickers to be kind of softer on the thermometer, which I thought was a bit of an interesting fourth wall break, that I did like, although the earlier version we'll talk about in a bit, not quite so much. But even still, like the lesser stickered up version, I still think did look pretty good. It's got some nice usage of layers, especially for LBP2, where we only natively had the 3 layers to work with. But I did like you got those areas in the back where it's kind of blocked off by archways, and I thought that was a really nice way to add in a little bit of layering effect to the levels. Like, that part was cool. As far as gameplay goes, and there's not like a particularly large amount of challenge in this level, which is good and it's bad. I mean, it's good in the sense that it's a very cruisy experience. You're probably not gonna die here unless you struggle a little bit with some of the physics applications in the level, but there's, like, we did a little bit in the first playthrough, but that was a pretty early morning playthrough, so that does happen a little bit. And I do kind of wish that there was a little bit more of that incorporated in the level, where you've got like moving platforms or semi-moving platforms, and kind of judging your momentum on those platforms and how that would shift the platform, you know, would set it in a different place where it made it a little bit more difficult to do the jumps. Like, I kind of liked that, and I wish that there had been a little bit more in the level in that regard. We did have that what's it called, the spring bolt, that we struggled with in the first impressions playthrough section of the video, and that was 100% on me. That's like not a difficult hazard, not a difficult obstacle. I just was not like grasping it, but that's like all my fault, to be perfectly honest. There is one bit in the level that you can brick the level, where there's a block that you're going to be needing to jump on to go further on into the level, and you can pull or knock that block off the edge, but it's far enough away from the edge that like a player would actually have to do that. They would have to choose to do that. So I'm not going to hold it against Geet for not kind of setting up a way to fix that or to prevent that from happening, because like a player would have to choose to ruin the level like that. There's also a sign up at the beginning of the level that was kind of cute, where it says like, yeah, there's death down here if you jump, and if you jump off, then you will die. Yeah, it's goofy, but I kind of liked that. That was a little bit neat. Not a gameplay, but maybe more of a presentation point. I really liked the fireflies, following you around. I did like, and I wish that there was a little bit more use in the level, but I did like that there were sections where it was actually dark and you needed those fireflies to kind of light your way. That was really interesting. That was really cool. But just having them bob around you was a really neat effect, and I definitely appreciated that. We got to the rotating bit. There's got like rotators and there's sponges on them. That was really weird to me, because like there's no real urgency or hazard in that section. It's difficult to die there. You can, but you kind of have to try to do it. And that is something that I do feel detracts from the level, that there really doesn't feel to be any consistent pace. There's nothing that's really pushing you through the level. You've got just like almost discrete gameplay bits that don't feel like they link or lead to each other very well, and that was definitely kind of weighing the level down a little bit in my book, that I just felt like it was very plodding, and I don't really know how to put my finger on that. Another thing that really kind of got to me was that the level feels just strangely empty. It feels kind of hollow, and I don't know why that is. Maybe part of it is just that like there's so little movement in the level, in the world, that it feels so static. You've got that flat black background, and I don't think that's a bad design choice, but like it is a design choice, and it just kind of adds to this feeling very much like an empty world, and that did start to wear on me a little bit to traverse this environment, and I didn't like, I don't know, it left me feeling really cold at the end. Another thing that left me feeling pretty cold, now you've got like the floating wizard head. The whole bit here is that you're getting the wizard's hat back so that the wizard won't be bald. It's very much in the LBP2 era of humor. It's either going to work for you or it doesn't. It doesn't really for me, this one. Some examples of it do, but this one, not so much. But there's a bit where you get to the level link. Also, the level link, that animation is really, really cool. I liked it a lot. And you got another one of these fourth wall breaks where the wizard's talking like directly to the player about the creator. But he's really negging on the creator. There's a lot of ableism in there, and like it just ultimately didn't really sit very well with me. Like that style of self-deprecating humor, I don't think is particularly healthy, but I also don't think it's particularly funny, and it's not funny here, and it really didn't work. So you know, have a little bit more self-confidence, have a little bit more pride. Don't talk down to yourself like that. Trust me, it helps. The world is hard enough as it is. To end on a more positive note, one thing I really did like, so the gimmick here, you get the wizard's hat. The wizard's going to give you your one wish, and you wish for ice cream, and I wouldn't have done that. I would have wished for other things, but obviously my situation is very different. But I really liked the animation in that final cutscene. I thought it was really cute. It was well done. Like the animation on the character themselves was just cool, and that at least ended the level on a positive note, and we'll end the review on a positive note. That bit was cool, but this level as an overall, like, it's not without its value in playing. It's a decent level, but ultimately it's just, I don't really think it works. And that pretty much does it for us here, this go about. So, from me, Bisco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.